Thanks for tuning in. Once again, I'm Ted King, and I am your analyst, spokesperson for today, coming to you through YouTube at Mouthpiece Sports. You can go over there and see this video there. Again, I'm so happy to be in here with you all. And today we had yesterday we had a very good show where we talked about things, a very interesting subject, I thought. What kind of woman attracts the most men? And we'll play a little bit of that what we talked about yesterday. But before we do that, I want to remind you all to subscribe to the channel, like and comment, and when you get a chance. And we are going to keep this going for a very long time. Because it's a very interesting topic regarding relationships, and oftentimes people can't navigate themselves around relationships. It's not that hard, but there's a lot of factors that play into it as the reason why relationships aren't so successful these days. And yes, in my opinion, it does have a lot to do with money. Suffice to say, if you don't have the money, or I should say, if you do have the money, you spend a lot of time away from being able to create the relationship that you have, that you want to manifest, and that takes away a lot away from the things that you're endeavoring to do, which is to have a joyful and peaceful life with all your relationships. That's family and friends, especially. Yesterday we had I enjoyed it because what it spoke about was the different kind of women that may or may not attract men. And I thought it was very, very interesting. And so what we did was we did a little bit of, we had a little conversation as to what kind of woman, well, I should say this. It was a little bit of a comment, or we talked about 10 things a strong woman does differently. And we had Nicole on the show yesterday, and she went over that. So we're gonna go over that right now, so you can see what transpired yesterday.
Not always say yes on what I mean. Because I say yes a lot of times. I don't want to. Okay. But when you lending money, that's actually good. Just tell me somebody needs, I got it, I'm doing it.
I got you.
Number 3, I definitely lift others up. I love support family and friends. Even though it becomes extremely overwhelming.
Okay.
I'm that person, right?
Okay. Right.
Hate codependency. Considers independence mutual very. I mean, I guess I don't hate codependency. I don't know what they mean by that exactly, but I know I don't hate it. But I have a certain amount of independence that and mutual respect. So I agree with that part. I have positive energy sometimes. Yeah, 5 o'clock. No, she doesn't ever lose her identity in a way, in a big way. Good listener, number 7, that's me. Number 8, that's me. Ooh, always. Number 9, that's me, the video one. And number 10.
Okay. They can change, right?
Things can change.
Yeah. So that was yesterday, and so it was a lot of fun, to get some dialogue from the woman's perspective. But the woman that I really want to spot a light on was this woman right here. The woman that definitely changes the whole dynamic for every man is this kind of woman here. To be a God-dependent woman, defeating the independent spirit. So yeah, that is basically the woman that definitely all men should definitely take a look at, because that God-fearing woman is definitely going to be an asset in his life. So today, what we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about, because we have a lot of men, young men. I'm not sure exactly if these young men are able to go out there and get jobs, get work, because I don't really know too much about, but I do know this. I see a lot of young men walking around without, what it seems like without employment, especially in the African American culture. So I mean, I don't really know the dynamics behind or the numbers behind it, but I wanted to talk about certain things regarding uh, this topic. This topic is pertaining to what women like as far as how men dress, and we got a lot of young men. Young men. Their attire is questionable in terms of how they dress, and oftentimes you see this walking down the street. And I often wonder if the ladies enjoy seeing that. So I'm not sure what the numbers is on that. We don't have a woman in here to get a perspective on that, but I was very interested in seeing if a woman was attracted to this, or would they prefer something a little bit along these lines right here. Is this something that a woman would more, and back in the day, that's pretty much what would attract a woman, a well-dressed man. Uh, he seemed to have no problems entertaining the company of a female. So I was wondering, and again, you can always put put your answers in the comments. And again, don't forget to like and comment on the subject, because I'm very curious as to what attracts a woman in terms of how men dress these days. I know that to get approach a woman, your dress is very important. I mean, that's in society in and of itself. You can't actually, for example, if you were trying to get a job, you wouldn't go to a job expecting to get a job if you have if you're looking like this, So it'd be more appropriate to look a little bit more along these lines. And that right there, to me, in my opinion, of course, it's just my opinion, would probably be able to get something a little bit successful if they were trying to get the attention to something like this. So that is what I'm trying to say. I don't really know, and I do want some feedback on this, because it's very important, because I like to find out what's the situation in today's relationship dynamics. Do women really like men that approach them wearing their clothes a certain kind of way, or does it matter? That's very interesting to me. And I do know that if you try to get affirmation from a woman, a man gets affirmation from a woman, she's usually going to comment about his clothes. You look really nice in this, or you look really nice in that. I like you in this suit. I like you in that tie. Your shoes are really nice and they look good. And also, I don't know if you know this or not, gentlemen, I'm talking to the guys now. But the very first thing women notice on a man is his shoes. Yeah, the very first thing. And then, of course, they may say smile next, but generally they look at the shoes first, because most often than not, a woman's closet, her favorite part of her attire is her shoes. So, it's the very first thing. 9 out of 10 women are going to say they're going to notice his shoes, and then maybe his smile, and then the rest of his attire. But now, if you're dressed a certain kind of way, I don't think that it's going to work very well if you approach them, unless you around some other people that are dressing along, the same kind of way. And I don't really know if that's the case or not, because I don't really get out there and mingle like that, But I'm just curious as to how many women and what they like to see on a man. And I do know that, as a older gentleman, I find this particular look extremely, extremely appropriate, dressed like that. And to me, that right there is what a confident, well-dressed man will look like, and they're OGs, but they're dapper as all out, I'll get out, and I don't believe that that right there will have any problem being able to entertain this right here, and I don't believe the two gentlemen in the picture would be able to maintain their attention and garner the attention that this would. So that's from my perspective. And so a sharp dressed man, if you look at these guys, look at the shoes that they got on. Those shoes are polished. The tips on them are stained a certain kind of way. They're wearing suits that are tailored. They tap it off with a vest and a beautiful shirt with a tie. Groomed beards. I mean, listen to that. Look at hats. These guys are dressed to the nines. So that has never changed when it came to how what attracts a woman. Now, I will say this: that as far as from the perspective of a man, of course he's going to be looking at a woman a little bit differently. What men see in women, the way, for example, I'll give you a good example. This is the best way I can explain this. When you look at a woman wearing, for example, some lingerie or clothes like this, that's what men usually look at. As far as when they see her dressing, let me put it this way: this right here is the same as this right here to a man. This here is what is that to a woman. Okay, that right there is the exact same thing that men see when they look at this. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, and so when a man dresses like this, it's equivalent to what we just saw. So that in and of itself would definitely make a man want to, in my opinion, or should make a man want to step up his game and to actually be dressed to impress. If when it comes to relationships, because she's going to appreciate that. If she dresses a certain kind of way and she goes out and about and she, her man is looking at her like, where you going? If he does like this, put some clothes on and starts walking like that, those women are going to look at him like, hey, I need to, where you going? Man, and that's going to change the whole dynamic of the pursuit. Right. That's the pursuit killer right there. When women dress like as I say, when they dress a certain kind of way, and then a man dresses that way, it's the equivalent, guys. It's the equivalent, okay, to wearing lingerie. It's the same as lingerie. No different. That's what women see when they see a man dressed like that. So I'm just trying to, let you guys know how the game works. Okay. So this right here is not gonna make it. That right there ain't gonna get it. So I understand that that's what the young guys are wearing. We often see that in rap videos and got the girls all around them. But believe me, it's if it's a video where you see, for example, this going on like this, that's what it is. These are a bunch of people probably getting paid and making it look a certain kind of way. But in the real world, when it comes down to, and I know this for a fact, when it comes down to your frame, your male frame, it makes all the difference in the world. And you can have chains on, you can have watches on, it makes no difference. This right here kills all that off. And so, guys, try and step your game up. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I mean, I'm just saying that that's what we should do. We're trying to step our games up and make things happen. So, we got a comment here from Mahazi Migrave. He says, "What's up?" And I'm very, he wants to let you know, that he's checking things out. So yeah, we appreciate that, Mr. McGrave. And yeah, so this is what's really happening, okay? And I'm gonna give a shout out to him, let him know that we appreciate his comment, and hopefully he'll keep tuning in. But yeah, that's right there makes that makes all the difference in the world when it comes to making sure that your game is on point. You got your stuff together. You can get listen. You walk in there trying to get a job, looking like this. There's one thing about people that don't understand when they go to get a job, right? Dress is one of them. How you got your clothes, how you wearing your clothes is one of them. The other thing is, of course, the interview in and of itself. But the interview in and of itself is just the prelim of the answer that you're gonna give. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Any person that goes to a job interview and says this, when they ask them, because they're gonna ask you what makes you think that you're capable, that you're qualified for the job. And all you have to do is say this right here, that you're trainable, teachable, and coachable. You dress like that, and they ask you what makes you, feel confident you can do the job. You tell them that you're trainable, teachable, and coachable, because that's basically what every job does. So if you dress to impress like that, when it comes to getting employment, and you answer that question like, I'm trainable, teachable, and coachable, that, man, look, you're gonna get you a job, okay? But you're not gonna get it, wearing, the other kind of stuff that I just showed. I'm not even gonna go to it, I just wanted to share that with you because that's very important. I know a lot of people running around here. People talk about they want a good relationship all the time. I want a good relationship, and it's very important that your relationship, what do they say? That you're evenly yoked, right? That's what they say, evenly yoked. Make sure that you evenly yoked, no matter what you do or who you do it with, that you're evenly yoked, and I'm, oftentimes ask questions, because I'm very good at that Bible, by the way. And if you go to 1 Corinthians 11:3, I'm not going to quote it. I'm just going to say, if you go to 1 Corinthians 11:3, it pretty much teaches you the headship, of man and woman and God, and that's all you have to. If you go by that, you have no problem. You'll be just fine when it comes down to, when it comes down to having a good relationship. But when it comes down to trying to get a good relationship and your, your appearance, the way you look and how you present yourself is crazy, it probably ain't gonna work, But it's again, I like to talk about these things, and it makes things a lot easier, and again, a lot of things play a lot of factors in your life and your success. I want to go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor today. Okay, hold on a second. Look like we got somebody coming on. Look like we got Nicole in there. Let me see. There she go right there. Nicole, is that you?
Yes. Hey.
Oh, look, Nicole came on in. Nicole, what's up? Girl, you looking good.
Thank you.
Yeah. The show was going great, you know. We was like,
Good.
but you know, we're always glad to see you, though. You know.
Yeah, I'm glad to make it. I had to work late.
Oh, I understand. You know, you
But
gotta
I'm
you gotta
here.
do what you gotta do. Yeah, right. Well, we were just talking. I just went through some things, you know, and talked about how men should dress and what you know what I did need your perspective too. You know, yeah, I needed your perspective. So I'm glad
Okay.
you popped. I'm glad you popped on in when you did, because I was talking about what I thought and how I thought men should dress, and I pointed out that I thought this right here. These guys, the way they dressing, they look like they got the swag, they got the confidence. They're older guys, and I was just telling our audience that I think these guys right here would disappoint these two young men if they were in that scene with those young ladies, right? And I also was saying that this right here is the equivalent to to a woman as this right here is to a man. This right here, let me show you. Hold on just a second here. Let me get this up here. Because this is a very this right here is equivalent to that to a man. This here to a woman is equivalent to this here to a man. You see what I'm saying? See, so when you see a man like this walking down the street, you know, it's the same as what men see, flanked by him. You know how women dress. So I'm just saying it's just as much sexy as a woman in lingerie. Is essentially is what I'm saying. You know, so I just wanted to point that out. You know, and while you here, what do you think about that?
I think.
I like you.
You funny. No, I think people are attracted for different reasons. I said it in our first video, you know.
Right.
So yeah, the guys in the suits are attractive too. The rappers, you know, there's a type of woman that is attracted to the rappers with the bling and how they dress, and even in the sagging, there's a type of woman that's attracted to men who sag too.
Okay.
Right? You should have showed like some construction workers or something.
I need you. That's no problem. I can show some. Hey, listen, that's no problem. You know, we can get some construction workers on here. You know, because you know,
or something along that line. You know, maybe firemen. You know what I mean? Like a man who's in shape. They say a woman loves a man in uniform, military.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, you know.
So that would probably attract more women than the guys in suits, you know.
Okay.
Because now we can identify what you do. The suit, we gotta know, we gotta figure it out, talk to you or find out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, we're gonna find some what you're talking about as far as construction workers, okay, and some images of construction workers,
football players,
oh my goodness, football players too. Okay, men in uniform for real, right?
Men in uniform for real.
Yeah, right. I mean, because that definitely, you know, they definitely when you start talking about
a mechanic too.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Something that shows strength is kind of what I'm pointing out. Right?
Okay, something that shows strength. I got you. Okay, I got you. Here we go. We got something that shows some strength right here. Here goes some definitely strong guys right here. You know, and they showing a lot of strength right here. Okay, what you think about that? Strong enough?
The black dude in the front.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me see the black dude. Let me see the black dude in the front. The black dude in the front.
No, I'm not there. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Okay, all right. So we got the two black dudes in the front.
Yeah,
we got a
no,
bunch
we
of other
not. We
ones.
not. We moving on.
Okay. All right, we're moving on. But basically, these are construction workers or men who are. Let me ask you this question, okay? Because there's some men here. We're looking at them, right? And I mean, there's nothing. I mean, you get all kind of dress uniformly. They're kind of the same, right? So there's no definite.
There's even women in the picture up here.
There is women in the picture, right? We're strong women in the picture as well. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, briefly. What construction workers, I guess attire that would attract a woman.
I mean, just like men are attracted to all different kinds of women,
right?
Right. Even though you showed the picture of the women in lingerie, that wasn't even the sexiest lingerie.
That wasn't.
Right. So men are attracted to all different kinds of women. Women are attracted to different men. And
true.
Nowadays you can't. There's a thing called like a man who's feminine a little with his masculine. Women like that too. There's a name for it, like Lil Uzi Vert. That
it was a word for like a
metrosexual. That's the word I'm thinking of. Metrosexual.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think that's like a man who's got a little femininity to him. So I mean, women like different things.
True, I agree.
That's why I be saying people be always trying to say put things in boxes, and if you're not in this box, then you have no shot at nothing. That's not true. People like everything.
True.
There's somebody for everybody, even the guys who sag. Even though I don't like it, I can't stand it.
Right.
Especially if you sag below your butt. I hate that.
Okay. Yeah, they were showing a few men in uniform.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Police officers. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, you're right. I guess there's a lot of different attire that could attract a woman and make her feel like, I think that's definitely when they got a job, right? And then you're wearing uniforms from their job. They definitely have an appeal there because they do say, hey, I can support you. I can put a roof over your head. So that's very important too. You're kind of sort of a practical lady, Nicole. When it comes to looking at certain kind of guys, when it comes to looking at what's attractive, your thing is hey, is the guy working? Is he in his uniform on his job? You kind of surprised me. I thought I knew a little bit about you.
I don't remember saying that.
No, you didn't say that.
I'm just implying that.
Well, I'm just saying. This is just me. Am I giving an interpretation based on listening to you? Getting a chance to listen to you a little bit more often than normal. As to what you, how you think and what you find appealing. I guess. So that's all I'm saying. And I never, I never thought of you as a type of person. I really tell you the truth. I didn't think about, you attracted to, or not saying attractive, but just a thought of, men in uniform as something that women would like. But that makes a lot of sense because
I'm thinking not just for me.
I know. Yeah. I get it. But I just thought that this these people, these young men wearing their pants out would be a little bit more women would be a little bit more receptive to them. Not to say, I'll be honest with you, I don't go out that often and see a lot of guys with their sagging, with their arms around women. Usually they walking around. Yeah, I don't see that too often. Usually, walking around, they're kind of walking separately. They might be walking, but they're not walking like back in the day. They used to be wrapped up, walking.
With they woman.
Yeah.
How they walking now?
They kind of walk separately. They kind of walking together, but not like like they. It's hard to distinguish whether they're significant others or not. It's kind of where I'm at, Sacramento, California.
Is that just the dude? Is that all dudes you seeing, or is it just the dudes that sagging?
Well, mostly. Okay, so to be honest with you, I don't see a lot of people that are actually couples. I do see more Caucasian people that kind of hugged up together. Then I do see African Americans, and but I don't know if that necessarily everywhere, because I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know, because it could be. And to be honest with you, I have been to some events, down here. I'm in Sacramento, California. So Golden One Center, where they have the events, I see a lot of people running through there. I do see older people hugged up with their ladies, but not younger people sagging, doing the same thing. They may be walking around, but not necessarily like they're, like the way I see an older couple, kind of arm in arm, hand in hand. Yeah, it's definitely a difference. So, again, I don't really know. Obviously, these people are still co-mingling together. People are still co-mingling together. But it seems to me that presentation is very important. And the presentation, to me, says it drops down that guard of being uncomfortable around you, because most women, when you're walking around, if they're uncomfortable when they see you, they definitely don't, there's a little bit of apprehension when they, when they're approaching you, as opposed to a guy, he in a suit, he ain't about to fight. He ain't gonna do that, man. This guy's too suited and booted. There'll be no confrontation with him, because he's got his shoes shiny, his clothes impeccable, tie and all this other stuff. He ain't thinking about doing none of that. That attracts a woman. It says, okay, I'm comfortable with him already, even though he hasn't said anything to me. So that's basically what I get out of that. And if I was gonna be out there, I'd be dressed. I'd be dressed.
You have your suit on?
When I have my suit on, I'll be ready. I would not be, I don't necessarily say I'm suited, but I'll have something on that's going to definitely look good, kind of sort of tailored to what, to my body, and clean, and shoes definitely gonna be shining. My shoes gonna be shining. That's definitely, because most women that I know, first thing they say is they look at the shoes on a man. And now, how about you?
I guess so.
Okay, well,
yeah.
I mean,
I can probably agree with that.
Yeah, so that's basically when I go out, I make sure if I'm gonna go out,
shoes
and be
shining.
My shoes gonna be my shoes. Even if it's tennis shoes, they're gonna be super clean. So in case I approach somebody, got the shoes on, having some smell good on, making sure they smell good on, and because that's basically what you want to do, especially as a man trying to, if you're going out there for a relationship, or trying to just let's say it's not even a relationship. Let's just say you're just going out there just to meet people and maybe network with people. It's the same thing. You're still, in fact, selling yourself, to make sure that people feel they like you. They feel comfortable with you, and that's the key right there. Do they feel comfortable and they like you?
So Ted, what they want to know is, how do they sell themselves?
Oh,
guys are having a hard time selling themselves.
Well, that's the thing. Dressing appropriately. That's one of the main things.
That's one part of it.
Right.
But they feel like if they don't have a job, if they don't have the right look, if they then they may not have a shot. So they are not approachable.
Well, first we have to look at it from this perspective, that when you go out and buy clothes, let's say, for example, they go and I know a lot of people go and buy this hip hop. I used to sell hip hop stuff, and they spend $50 on a shirt, on a t-shirt. When if they go to, like, for example, the Goodwill, I'm just saying, I've done it myself, went to the Goodwill and bought some really, really expensive suits because nobody's wearing suits, right? Might have to have them tapered a little bit, and then you're looking good. Yeah, yeah. The last time I went to, to the courthouse, I went to Goodwill and bought my suit. Went down there, suited and booted. Yeah, I did. The suit cost $9 at the Goodwill. Okay? Yeah, $9 at the Goodwill. And went tied up. I was ready. Yeah, I'm keeping it real. I mean, so it don't take much. Yeah, right.
No, it don't. But okay, he got the suit. You see the girl. Now what? What does he do?
What does he do?
What does he do? If you're telling them from your experience, what would you do?
Well, okay, so we just talked about shoes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I just now said to you that most women like shoes.
Okay.
So you want to make a connection. Your connection gonna be like this. You're gonna approach her and you're gonna say, "Oh, I like your shoes. You got some cute shoes, and you got pretty eyes too." And that's what you say to her, right? You got some cute shoes and you got some pretty eyes too. And then first thing you're gonna say, that's the connection, the shoes, right? And then the pretty eyes. Oh, thank you. You got a cute smile too. To go, what's your name, miss? My name is Ted. What's your name? Yeah. And that's it.
That's very good.
Yeah, right, exactly. You see, what you want to do is, since you want to know how Ted King.
That's what this channel was about.
Okay. Well, here we go.
When you talked to me about doing this with you, you was gonna give some game.
Here goes the game. First thing you want to do is, like, for example, you want to get her to follow you. So if you say to her, I'm gonna go over here and I'll buy you a drink, she's gonna follow you. She's gonna go right. Once she starts following you, and that's what you want, because you're leading her right over there. See, and once you get her leading her this way and that way, then you're cool, right? Once she starts feeling comfortable, she'll follow you wherever you go, sit down and talk to you, and then you're good. See, but you want to get her to do something, and then then you want her to do something for you. Like, for example, you sit down. She sits down.
Wait, Ted, you're moving too fast. Hold up.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay, so you sit down. She's sitting down, right? There's a stir stick over there. A stir stick over there close by. You ask her, could you hand me that stir stick? Because you want her to do something for you, right? You want her to start doing things for you. You see what I'm saying? She's gonna get the stir stick, and then you say you can move a little closer. Get a little closer. You touch her hand, you touch her arm. You get comfortable. You get that out of the way when she's feeling comfortable with touch. Yeah, eye contact. The whole 9 yards. And then yeah, right. And then you start talking to her like that. Like we talk about things like normal people. That's what you do. Talk like normal people. And you escalate. And you just escalate. You escalate.
Yeah. How you escalate, Dad? How you escalate?
You gotta touch her in certain places. Yeah, that's how you do it. You touch her in certain places. She don't move. It's all good. And that's how you do it. And of course, women got tickle spots, right? Certain areas that that really that they make them feel good, and then that's what you do.
You go tell them tickle spots now. You go tell them the tickle spots now, or is that time?
Well, I mean, that's up to you. We can talk about because we passed it. We had 40 seconds. We can go another 2 minutes.
You stop it when you.
Well, no, I'm just saying. We could. I can just say things like inside the arm. Inside the arm. Anytime inside the arm. Down the inside. Any. The spots. Yeah, you do.
But it ain't. How do you know?
I'm just saying. Well, you know,
And it ain't for me to know.
Well, I
It's for you
understand. I understand.
channel people.
Yeah, I understand.
But
I
let
understand.
me
But
let me
basically,
ask you this. Let me ask you this.
okay.
Damn, I forgot. Something distracted me. I forgot, Tim.
Well, I'm just saying we're talking about, you know, parts of the body who where you know you get.
Yeah, you said the inside of the arm.
Right, inside of your arm. You know.
Oh, I know. That was my question. My question was, in today's climate, okay, when you got to be careful, you got to ask for consent for everything. You can't just be touching people and expecting and waiting for them to say, no, don't touch me. Because they can always come back and say, I was afraid to say anything. So does R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, P. Diddy, any of that worry you in the approach that you just had?
Okay, so you know, I'm gonna ask you a question this way, right? If you walk into a room and you see someone, you know, and you know you're in a comfortable place, maybe you're a relative, you never met the person, but you shake their hand, you give them a hug, you give them a little embrace, right? This is the same process. It's not a process where you're getting buck crazy wild, you know, but it's the same process. In other words, what happens is once a person gets comfortable with touch, then things change, right? You know, it's not necessarily a grope. I'm not talking about grope. Now I said touch, right? It's not a grope. Yeah, you know, so yeah. See,
I mean,
yeah. Well, I mean, you know, a lot of people. Let me put it this way: you get a lot of people.
Your advice: you got to be careful because people get in trouble for shit like that. Even if it ain't a grope, it's just a touch. And
well, let me put it this way. Let me ask you this question.
But the beginning of the
how many people do you think have problems when it comes to, like, for example, if no one touched or no one, you know, there would be no intimacy, period.
They got to get there. They got to
get there. Yeah, you see, but I understand that some people, you know, some women may be a little bit, I'm not sure what the word is.
What you trying to say, Ted? Prude?
Well, the word, say it one more time.
Like a prude?
Sort of like that, yeah.
Something along those lines. I mean, that may be, whatever.
Right.
Some women, that could be, that's part of men's fear today, is what you hear them saying is that they fear that she's gonna say, you know, maybe he did too much and she was not consenting.
Well, of course.
So this ain't, you know, back in the day.
Of course, you know, when you have conversation, you know, you're having conversation. You're not necessarily having, you know, you're not necessarily just, you know, getting, I mean, we're talking in a public place now. I mean, that's what I'm depicting. I'm not talking about
Cuba Gooding Jr.
What happened with him?
Camera in a public place. He didn't even touch the woman. He sat next to him and he got accused. He's fighting the sexual assault. I mean, as hey.
So what happened to him?
He's fighting the case still.
Oh, okay.
He's not in jail right now.
Okay. Well, I guess, you know, the thing is that, again, yes, you know, you have some situations where people are having issues. I'm not exactly sure what type of issues they may be having. I don't know what's been said about what's going on. I know I don't have that kind of problem.
I heard that.
Yeah, right. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I'm saying. I'm saying I never put myself in a situation where I'm just touching people. You know, I mean, we have conversation, but I'm not just touching people, you know, touching them in inappropriate places, you know. And so I've never had that issue, you know. So I'm not sure what happened with Cuba Gooding. I'm not sure what happened with, you know, P. Diddy or none of that kind of stuff. I'm kind of, I mean, listen, this thing with P. Diddy been going on for a minute, but I don't know nothing about it. Okay, if you ask me, well, what do you know about? I don't know anything about hers. He's having some issues, but I couldn't tell you what it. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what the allegations are. You know, but whatever.
Basically, I was asking if your approach nowadays would be different than your approach back in the day because of.
No, it'd be the same. It would be the same. It's no difference. It's no difference. It's again, because I know that a person, you know, can turn around. Listen, if a woman is hugging on you, that's the very first thing that men should do. You know, get to reciprocation. You know, right? If she hugs back, she's reciprocating. You know, if she's touching, if you're touching, she's touching you, she's reciprocating. The whole endeavor is to reciprocation along the process. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to lead to sex, but it does mean that we're having a beginning of a comfortable relationship, you know, that could lead to intimacy and ultimately to that experience of having intimacy, you know, intercourse, you know, if that's the case. But, you know, grown people are grown people, you know, and they understand what they're doing. And, you know, so that's never going to be a problem. As long as there is a reciprocation, she is reciprocating just like his. Yeah, it's not a problem. So somebody back up, well, you know, okay, that ain't cool. You know, they back up. You know, that ain't good. See, I don't know. I don't understand how. This is me talking now.
Yeah.
I don't understand how a man can rape a woman, because if a woman is saying anything to me.
Word on YouTube.
Well, I'm not sure what. Okay, well, this is not good. This is streaming to my little channel, but I didn't know you can use that word rape. You can't use the word rape. Oh, my bad.
This is my YouTube that you're streaming to.
Oh, well, mine too.
Yeah, you cannot use it, so don't say it. To say you can't.
It'll tell you that. What can you say? What can you say?
Some people say rape.
Okay, well, you know, if you grope somebody, how's that? If you groping somebody, you know, too much, I don't understand how a man can keep doing it if she's saying no. You know, I don't get that part.
I mean, that's a whole nother story, because that's like.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, you know, this is right. We did come down this rabbit, you know, this road because, you know, you asked me a question. So I'm just letting you know how I navigate the situation. The situation has never been a problem. I've never had a problem.
Your answer was good, Ted.
I know it was.
I think we've been long enough now.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, you know, I just, you know, you kind of came in toward the end of this.
Yeah,
I just wanted to, but I just wanted to kind of get you updated on what was being said. And again, you know, I hear that. You know, I'm going back to this situation with these guys, you know, P. Diddy and
I want to have a conversation on that. That'll be another time. We can have a whole. If we want to talk about that, we can talk about that.
Well, we can. Yeah.
You didn't know nothing about it, so do a little research, and so we can have.
I'm going to. I will. Yeah. Because I don't know that much about it. I hear certain things. You know, if you ask me, well, what's going on, I couldn't tell you in detail. I just said, well, they got in for something, you know. But I don't get into that kind of stuff. I don't really, you know, because I mean, you got these celebrities, and then who knows who's doing what. I mean, because Donald Trump, he's the president of the United States, and he done all kind of crazy stuff, and he's the president of the United States. I mean, you know, so you know, yeah, we definitely will have some conversation here, you know. Yeah, so that's basically what today's topic is. You know, it's you know how, you know, what type of dress, you know, do women find attractive with men, and so I think we may have touched on the whole situation. You know, we did get your perspective in terms of what you think women like, uniforms, etc. Men in uniforms. But I do believe that women find men, their lingerie, a man's dress, how he dresses impeccably is like lingerie to for her as a man who sees lingerie is to him. So that's basically what this is all about. Is how you gonna put the sexy on, and you put the sexy on like you're supposed to, not with your pants sagging, drawers all out. No, that's not gonna get it. If you really want to step your game up, you're gonna have to look a little bit more like something like this guy here, or this guy, these guys here, if you're gonna get it done, and that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I like that. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that a little bit because we're talking about trying to help these guys out, help men out, and I'm still trying. I haven't necessarily got a chance to. So we got one comment today. I don't see another one, but there was a comment up there a little bit a minute ago.
What is
They just said that they watching, they watching the program.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're gonna get some more comments, and we'll when we do, we'll get them up. Yeah. So, but we're having a good. It was a good conversation today. I enjoyed it. I'm glad that we have an opportunity to see Nicole on the line, and she's still here, and get her from a woman perspective. But we're gonna get this here. We're gonna have to fill up these comments. We gotta get these comments going. We gotta get these people in this room so we can get have a lengthy conversation about this kind of stuff. Because everyone has an idea or their thought process in terms of what they think should be, how things should be, and that's what I want to, talk about. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. And so it's a good thing. It's a good thing. And so you all keep, tuned. Don't forget to. Go ahead and. Them parts now. We didn't get a chance to say it about them parts. So go ahead, Nicole, over there at them parts. Yeah, go over there. Go over there. Get over there, you too.
I don't be ready for a promo like that, Ted. I be ready for the conversation.
Okay. Okay.
But go ahead.
No, I'm just saying.
Good.
Yeah. But again, once again, this. We're sponsored by Add My Name once again. That is, My P Sport. We're, and they're taking care of this whole thing. So, want to work, or you want to make money while you sleep, go over there, Add My Name, and they'll tell you all about it. www.admy.name. Add My Name. And so, what else we got going? Nicole, we got anything that we're gonna talk about P Diddy and anything else?
The next episode we're gonna talk about P Diddy.
Okay, the next episode. Okay, I'm gonna have to start doing my homework because my next episode is tomorrow.
Not the next episode, but one of these.
Okay.
Episodes.
Okay, there you go. One of these episodes, we're just glad that you're here, that you blessed us by coming today, Nicole. You're a hard-working woman, so we understand that. You getting it, you making it happen. Listen.
We still live, so
I know.
I'm making sure you wrap up the show before I go, because you will.
Okay. All right. So listen, we're gonna wrap up the show. We appreciate you all for coming. I'm Ted King, and
I'm Nicole.
And into the next one, don't forget to like the channel, make a comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we out of here.